G'day, this is Captainoob, and this is a Bloodied shovel with 40% more power attack damage as a secondary legendary effect. It is finally time for the mighty shovel to be in a weapon spotlight, and we've actually got a fairly decent one. I grabbed this, I think it was during a live stream sometime, maybe during a video. I think it was when people were watching, so that's cool. And Bloodied in power attack is great for just outputting the maximum amount of damage you can possibly get. Obviously, with the extra bit of strength, it'd be more, but, you know, just with these two legendary effects and no other stat boost itself, it's not a terrible drop. We'll just have to worry about this thing and not being too swarmed, because as a slugger weapon, it is a two-handed weapon, is going to be swinging fairly slow. We've got 93 base damage on this, which is, it's low, it's not great, and we know it's not supposed to be great, so we can't expect the world out of this, but we'll see how well we can go. And up until recently, you couldn't actually use perks to boost this, but they changed it, so, you know, Bethesda have proven themselves capable of, you know, adding the necessary keywords to weapons to actually make them work with the perks, yet how long did it take them to get rid of the meat hooks, goddamn double dipping in Gladiator and Unarmed? And how long has it been since they fixed the pipe guns? Oh wait, no, they haven't done that yet. So, you know, they're capable of doing it, they just don't care. Although, to be fair, pipe guns aren't really great contenders for damage anyway, because, well, they're shit. They're just little pipe guns. Anyways, we're doing 157 damage now with all of those perks spec'd in. Let's get bloodied. Okay, so here we are outside of the Good Spring Cemetery. I actually used this shovel to bury some idiot that a man in a checkered suit shot. I'm pretty sure they weren't important, but that's what the shovel looks like in all its glory. Chances are you would have picked one up if you ever done that buried with honor thing at the up north of the map in the Toxic Valley. I don't ever go there. It's a boring place with low-level enemies. There are my buffs. A lot of these things are just from food because girls gotta eat, yo. And now, with all of the Nerd Rage things I didn't show you before, but we're doing 818 damage, which is a staggering amount for a meme weapon like this, especially when it is bloodied and we get that extra bonus from power attacking this thing. It is capable of doing a lot of damage. That being said, we're going to stick to our stealthy ways and see how we go. And a nice little first strike there at 4,800 damage to the noggin. If we power attack, 5,400. It does a whole lot of damage. That guy's got an automatic rifle, and we might run into a little bit of a problem with this weapon because, just because of how the server's been working tonight, I'm rubber banding a bit, and I feel like this thing actually hits too slow, and the game doesn't teleport you on the thing you're attacking properly, and you just whiff like all the time. It's really inconsistent, but at least when you do get the hit in, you know it's going to do damage, unless of course you're lagging and the damage numbers show up but deal nothing to your target. Now, we are doing this during the broad daylight, which is kind of a dumb option. You probably want to wait until night if you want to use this thing properly, but we're anything if not stupid. There we go, there's another one. I have to play it a little bit cautiously because that guy looked like he had an automatic rifle. This turret, however, has the reaction time of a stoner, so they'll go down. And we're under 10% health here, so we're getting an extra bunch. You see, it was at 1,400 before, but yep, with adrenaline, 1,367, which is, it's massive. It's a lot of damage for just a little meme weapon like this. Although the damage per swing on a power attack variant can be a lot higher if you know, power attack, I think I'd still prefer swing speed, especially on a slugger weapon, because even with martial artists making these things swing slightly faster, I still feel like it is just way too slow to be usable, because especially if you're getting hit by more than one enemy at once, because it takes a good second or like 1.5 seconds to actually swing this. And there's another whiff there. We got the damage numbers, but no actual hit. So, I don't know. This thing feels a little bit off sometimes. Where are you running to? Are you leading me to the perfectly preserved pie? Because people talk about this all the time. And honestly, I don't care. But since I'm up here, it shouldn't be too hard to find. I'm pretty sure it's up here somewhere. Yep. You know, people sell these things in their camp vendors for so much, even though they're just out in the open for free. You people are being scammed, and you thought Fallout First was a scam. Well, players are doing it to each other, so who's the real scammers? So again, with a weapon like this, being able to use it in power armor is potentially a useful option if you're a squishy player. Like, we've got 8 endurance, but, you know, ever since they fixed the health regen for the players, not for the enemies, mind you, just for the players, ever since they fixed that, it's been a little bit harder to run Bloodied builds, which is great because I think increasing the skill ceiling that it actually takes to run these type of builds is good because it'll purge all of the weak ones from the Bloodied build. They'll go over to Junkies and talk about how much better they are anyway, but they'll be missing out on damage, and if they are, less chance they'll be using those hacked weapons to get more damage than you could ever possibly good, so, you know. Maybe we'll see all the turds pass around hacked Junkies weapons now that they can't run the Bloodied builds because, you know, they aren't good enough to do it. We'll have to see. At least I'm actually getting the hits in fairly commonly here. You saw right then. If you miss one of these hits, it's really, really bad, especially if you're in danger. Like, if we get into danger and we miss a hit like that, chances are a super mutant will have an angle on us and they'll just start shooting us with many bullets, and that's not good. We can only expect serendipity to work half the time, and I feel like it's not working nearly as well as it did before. But, you know, a coin flip chance not to die. I mean, it's okay if they're firing a non-automatic rifle at you, but if it's an auto rifle, then you're going to get chewed up very quickly, so make sure you're not getting detected. But if you are getting detected, and you've got a build for it, if you're in power armor, by all means, go nuts, go Grognak mode with a shovel. You'd be better off to do it with basically any other weapon in the game, with the same sort of role. But it can be made to work. You gotta figure out whether you want that extra damage output from the unyielding stuff, or if you want the extra tankiness. And honestly, the damage we are doing now is complete overkill on these guys. You could probably do good enough with, are you fucking kidding me? Nice. Well, that was helpful. Yeah, you could probably get away with using this in power armor, where your damage output will be slightly lessened, but for the survivability bonus, for the uninitiated Bloodieds. But, you know, using stealth, you get the extra multipliers as well. So, it's up to the player. I'm going to go this way because, well, fusion cores are heavy for this character. I don't have batteries included, and I'm slightly liking this extra damage. Now, in terms of this thing and its viability against the Scorched Beast Queen, which I'm pretty sure everybody's wondering now, right? Well, it's going to be slow. I might just buff myself with chems to make it a little bit quicker, but not being able to cripple her and bring her to ground deliberately might extend the fight out to a little bit more than what I would like it to be. We'll have to examine this more closely when we actually get to kill bats. Okay, so now to face the ghouls, and it is during the day, so maybe I'll get more of a response out of these guys as compared to normal. Fuck you, Radroach, you don't get to stand there and do nothing. Anyway, so I've got a little bit of a solution to the health thing here. I've just got a level 10 Vampire's Hatchet, which is ironically just gonna one-shot them anyway. But if I ever run low on health, what I'll do is I'll just whack them with this, and oh my god, they're up and about. And again, I hit the enemy there, but they were too far out, and now I'm in a lot of trouble. God, if you miss, you are punished so badly. That guy was nowhere near me. This netcode, man. I can't work under these conditions. Yeah, it's... Unless you're sneaking 100% of the time, I just find this thing way too inconsistent. I mean, it's not supposed to be. It's supposed to be just a dumb meme weapon. And there was no animation there, and he still hit me. Okay, game. We're playing by those rules, are we? Whatever. We'll just try to not get dunked on again, and we could use some of that health back. So what I'll do is I'll just hatchet the next dude. There we go. That's nice. Some extra health for me. Well, the hatchet is doing it too, so I guess it's not the shovel's fault. Well, at least the ghouls are more lively. Let's go, pool table it is. And this is why you want a perk like Blocker, because it's not fun being absolutely killed by these ghouls, and this is where swing speed really comes in as well. I can't believe how much these ghouls are fucking killing me right now. This is actually a time for power armor. This is actually be the time where I'd say, you know what, this is power armor, because I'm doing it. Okay, now we'll see who's laughing, and there we go. We still get the one-shot kill on these guys, which is what we need, and we don't have to worry about our survivability being so low. We've also got all of that extra rad resistance, so they can't kill us outright with rads, but, you know, I'd still like a few spare points here and there to use blocker, but, you know, all of those defensive perks, you kind of don't need them as much if you're using power armor. Oh my god, this is so slow. Look, if you're in power armor IRL, I reckon you could swing faster than this. This is just a lazy effort, and you should be ashamed. Come here. Surely the reach has got to be better if you're holding it in power armor with one hand. Come on. Well, luckily for me, he decided to do his raw. He decided to do the raw before he, went to attack me. I'm almost dead anyway. We'll just see what we can do. I could probably do a stim pack, you know. I can press F1 and it injects a stim pack right away, but lazy ass ghoul got what he deserved in the end, didn't he? Hitting the noggin for 40,000. Oh, there's even a ghoul with another drop that I would not want to do anything but put in a script machine. Okay, so that was kind of painful, and we're kind of pushing this to the limit, and it's not working as well as you'd think it would. I mean, it kind of is. Everyone knew it was going to be a shit weapon. Okay, crabs. Let's see how we do, and we'll have to play this real cautiously because, well, we've tried to play aggressively and we just can't do it. Okay. So what's the range on this thing? Are we looking at a combat knife range here? I don't know. Also, the crackheads are back for some more. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 hits it took. And now I'm going to get instantly killed by everything else because I can't hit fast enough and I can't do enough damage to drop them without it. Honestly, what was I expecting? I mean, it's like we're playing with the broadsiders of inanimate objects made for digging. I mean, fuck, at least with the broadsider, you've got an attempt at hit stuff at range. You can actually use it at range sometimes. This is actually a fucking broadsider in spade form. This is all this is. Come the fuck on. Just kill them. How hard is it to hit something that's directly in front of you? Seriously, what's the reach on this? Let's find out. I doubt it's that far. I really do doubt that it's that far, but we'll test it. We'll see how we go against this guy. And stop running around on caution for a minute. There you go, it just works. It just works. Alright, so where's the Myalert Queen gonna spawn? Is it around here-ish? Where the patch is, the dry patch? Doesn't look like we can get it. Let's just throw a floater grenade. Yep, there it goes. That was the toughest Myalert Queen I've ever faced. It took 18,000 hit points worth of damage for it to finally drop. Wow, maybe this weapon is great. Okay, judging off what this weapon performance was like before, I'm not even gonna bother with Fissure Sight Prime. We're just gonna do it over here on the north of the map. Pretty much as far away as we can get from it in terms of Fissure Sight. Probably shouldn't have exited VATS there. I've got very shit perception and concentrated fire at rank 1. That are only 10% per shot. Especially when my AP gets completely drained. We might actually make him drop over there. That'd be kind of awkward. No, we're going for another piss, are we? Fine, just waste everyone's time. I'm sure everyone's thrilled. Anyways, so we'll probably just try to pick off the stragglers here, and if they're too close to one another, we'll probably just leave them, because if we get detected, we're going to get surrounded, and we've got the blight. Standard. It's exactly what we needed right now. Poorly timed reload. Fine, you're getting the shotgun treatment. I don't even care anymore. It's a more effective weapon. Don't have to be expecting it at all. Alright, here's another one. We didn't even hit the wing, but it got crippled. What even is this game? Stim pack, please. I'm in the piss. Right, so if you plant your ass down, we should be able to whack you with one hit. Not over there. Come on. We're still in caution. We can probably make this work if we're lucky. Such inconsistency. It can one-shot a bat, but you... I mean, it's all about the one-on-one. If there's only one opponent, then you're fine. If there's more than two... if there's more than one, you'll just whiff, and then they'll all figure out where you are, so... you're kind of screwed. This is not a good weapon, and I didn't expect it to be this bad. I mean, Deck is usually pretty good when it comes to melee, but this is just terrible. Would not recommend. Thank you for watching, guys.